Welcome to month of Copilot, June 2024. And welcome to this session, Copilot Your Day. Employees want AI, leaders are looking for a path forward. Of course, this is the statement of the Work Trend Index from Microsoft. But let me first start with a big thank you to Zoe, and Kevin for organize this great month of Copilot with so many different speakers, session, and of course, super valuable insight. And it's an honor to be part of this month of Copilot. I have the honor to provide 2 sessions, so make sure to check out my other session on how Microsoft Viva accelerate your AI journey. But let me start with introduce myself. My name is Pascal Brunner. I'm a Microsoft MVP and also LinkedIn top voice. And I do work as a head of modern work at Compound & Shot. So feel free to connect on LinkedIn, ask me any questions about M365, about Copilot, about Viva or whatsoever. And I'm looking forward to exchange with all of you. So let's deep dive into today's content. First of all, I would like to cover in this session the topic why it's worth to start now your AI journey, not just as an individual, but also from an organizational point of view, because I do have a lot of different conversations where I talk with different customers. Is it worth right now to invest in Copilot or AI in general? Or should we wait another month or 2 months or whatsoever? And my personal opinion, it's really you have to start right now your journey as an individual, but also for an organization. Beside Copilot, maybe it's not in every single task perfect right now, but I think what we have in mind is it is a process, as we had the process from coming from remote work to hybrid work to then AI. It's also super important to have this in mind from the AI perspective. We had our time to get comfortable with working from home, organize ourselves, maybe with some other family members, but also as a team and as a whole organization. And what we've learned the last couple of years is you have to provide a proper strategy, but even more important, you have to provide a good change and adoption measurement to really help your employees to understand how they have to use AI, and that it's important that they use AI in their daily work, because it's not about if AI is coming, but it's maybe rather when AI is coming in your organization. And so let's have a look at the evolution. As I already mentioned, the last couple of years was also reflected from the Work Trend Index 2023. I have also covered this in my second session with Viva, because I think it's really a good overview where we're coming from. So remote work was suddenly here. We had to get involved in how to work. Maybe we have to invest in our setup at home. But it was a process. And it was also the process to making hybrid work. And what we saw in the last Work Trend Index in 2023 with the 3 key findings: digital depth, employee AI skills, and AI employee relationship. This is super important, and this was also the way Microsoft started with Copilot, because they were convinced that Copilot or AI in general can help us to get rid of this digital debt, as well as to drive innovation due to have new capacities. We have about 60% every day that we invest in communication rather than in creation. And of course, it's a lack of innovation. That's also, as I mentioned, one of the key findings in 2023. And to do so, to use AI to get more time or be even more productive, of course, we need AI skills. Of course, we need to have this AI and employee relationship, or even more an alliance, to then thrive this usage of Copilot and AI. Because, or why it's so important, these crazy numbers, we have about 2 days a week where we invest in email, chat messages, or even just meetings. And I think we have to rethink how we work, or maybe how we use technology to really work productive. And to do so, AI is one enabler or one accelerator. But what's the top of mind, or what is top of mind in 2024? Because I think digital debt, yes, of course, and we see this evolution of the work trend index. Will AI fix work was the main topic in 2023. And 2024 is AI is here to stay, or even more, AI is here. AI is here at work. And when we think about, or maybe you think about yourself, when do you use AI? Is it just for translation? Is it maybe to summarize some stuff? Or even, do you have really this whole day in a life journey? I will share my day in a life journey or scenarios at the end of this presentation. But AI is here, and we have to get the most out of it. So what the key findings in 2024 is, employees want AI at work, and they are not waiting for the company to catch up. We will see in maybe a minute or two that bring your own AI is already here. Second, AI power users are reshaping the workday and show what's possible when organizations empower people to use AI. And here I would like to link to my second presentation, Accelerate Your AI Journey with Viva, because I think this is exactly the way how you can drive your power users in your organization with AI, to provide them a proper environment to do social engagement, to communicate in a broader way, but also have these tools to upscale themselves to get this power user and ride this wave of AI. And last but not least, for AI, or for employees, AI raises the bar and breaks the career ceilings. I have not that much in focus in this presentation, but feel free to have a look at the work trend index from Microsoft to then get deep dive into this topic. What data shows, employees are overwhelmed and under extreme pressure. So 68% of people say they struggle with the pace and the volume of the work, and even more, 46% feel burnout. And these are rarely every second person to feel burned out. And I think this shouldn't be the default, and work shouldn't be that hard. So we have to invest our time very wisely to get the most out of it. It's not about working as much as possible, but it is to invest the proper amount of time to get the maximum of output. And as I've mentioned, AI is already here at work. So 3 out of 4 people say they already using AI at work. This do not have to be Copilot. Of course, there are a lot of other AI tools, but from this 3 out of 4 people, about half of them just started 6 months ago or less. And we really see this hockey stick approach with AI, and it's super important to start now, to start you as an individual, to start develop yourself with your knowledge, your expertise about AI, also to identify which use cases are super helpful for you, maybe some of them not. I have an interview with Caruana Gattimo from Microsoft. She runs the community advocacy program, and she talk about creating aha moments. So each and everyone has to create their own aha moment where the person realizes how game-changing AI is. And we have to start now. We have to experience by ourselves. Of course, it's cool to have the month of Copilot and to get all these different inputs, but you as an individual has to start now and to co-pilot your day, as I have it in my slogan, or as I have it in my LinkedIn newsletter. It's kind of a brand, but it is really co-pilot your day. You have to identify your use cases, your best practices, and then share it with other and inspire other. You will get inspired by others and so on, and then start learning with each other. And this is also the important part with the community approach and the social approach in an organization, to then also ensure this hockey stick within an organization. And maybe let's think about what happens when you do not give your employees an AI. As an organization, of course, they will bring their own AI tools to work. This was an amount of 78% who answered this survey said they bring their own AI tools if they do not have the capabilities. And also here, let's compare it maybe to 6-7 years ago, where we had the discussion about should we start with M365 and should we enable to work from home maybe in the evening or not. These days was quite similar. If I hadn't the chance to work from home, guess what? I just send it maybe a document to my private email. Then I fulfilled the Word document or finalized the Word document and then send it back to my organization email. Was it good? No, of course not. But as an individual, you always find your way to get the work done. And here it's also similar. Of course, it's not just one click and enable all 100 or 1,000 of employees, but I think it's important to start now as an organization to identify your use case as an organization, and then also communicate it internally to show your employees, hey, we know this is an important topic. We are front runners, and we are consider right now how this could deliver benefit for an organization. And surprisingly, it was not just about a Gen Z phenomenon, but all across the different ages within a company. So starting from boomers to Gen Z. Of course, Gen Z was with 85% the highest, but also some people that are even longer in their business, they are starting using AI in their work, even though it is not provided by their organization. And I think just think about DeepL or something like that. The way we do translation today is completely different that we've done this a few years ago. And we have to use this AI momentum, because from a leaders, or maybe just let me tell it another way around, 79% of leaders believe AI is a business imperative to stay competitive. And surprising 60% say their organization lacks a plan and vision to implement it. And this was exactly what I've meant. You have to provide a first iteration or a first approach with AI. And at the same time, you have to start and build your own vision, your own plan, how you will roll out it organizational wide, and what this mean for organization. Of course, you will maybe not provide a Copilot for MS365 license for 50,000 individuals or employees, but you can start even with a lower bar, with enable them to use the Copilot chat, which is involved or included with the M365 license, or just to start and do promptathons and stuff like that to get involved your employees. And I think it's super important to start. So, and at the same time, of course, the pressure to show the immediate return on investment is making leaders move quite slowly. So even they know AI is crucial and they have to use it, or they have to use it in the future. So now comes the hard part, as the AI work trend index says. Now is the hard part. How can we ensure this org-wide approach to then accelerate the whole journey? And I think this really comes with a business transformation, and this comes only with a broad adoption. AI is only as good as your data is. So invest in your data governance, in your data lifecycle, invest in adoption to create power use. I will come to the power of power user right in a moment, but it's really now the time to growth. It's now the time to start the journey. Even though that, as I mentioned, that Copilot is maybe not in every single product that 100% perfect or a Ferrari, but you have to learn to drive, and you cannot start driving in a Ferrari, but you have to gain your skills and then get better and better. Then you can drive faster, and you can, or you have the skills to navigate even through difficult situation. And I think this experience is exactly what we need right now. And what we also need right now is a great mindset. And the work trend index showcases this super good. So power users are more likely to experiment with AI. They catch up, brainstorm, or problem solve with AI, and they start and end their day with AI. So make sure to identify people in your organization that are motivated to become a power user, and then maybe through Microsoft Viva enable them to become a power user, that they can start using AI, experimented with it, and you will see this hockey stick will come even to your organization. Because beside from a technology perspective, I had this second session with Microsoft Viva that thrives or accelerate the AI journey. And at the same time, power user drives the AI adoption. And I think that's also important to have in mind, to see these different numbers. But once you understand how AI can help you in your daily work, once you had your aha moment, as I've mentioned from Corona, you immediately get better manage your workload, maybe even have a creativity boost, or can focus more on the important work, because you can then, in the same time or same amount of time of work, you can deliver even higher outputs, because you do not have to do your meeting notes on your own, but you just use Copilot to generate the meeting notes, or maybe you can use it as a sparring partner. And of course, this also guides to feel more motivated or feel healthier, especially when we have the number of 36 people or 36% feel burned out. And this really comes all together, and AI is here to stay. But maybe also interesting for you to see, how do I use AI or Copilot, especially in my daily work. And I'm happy to share with you my most common use cases. How do I use Copilot in my daily work? Um, First of all, I use M365 chat, or I think it's called right now Copilot chat, um, to get ready for my day. So I have kind of a master prompt where I then um, kick off my day to see which messages did I receive the last day, which Teams messages, which emails, and maybe all other important Teams notification. And Copilot delivers here the output as a table and highlight those messages in bold where I have to do something. So really think about a sparring partner in your daily work. Then, for example, when I talk about sparring partner, I had a lot of conversation about, hey, Copilot in PowerPoint is not really useful. First of all, check out my LinkedIn learning course about Copilot in PowerPoint. Second, maybe rethink the way we could use AI to generate presentation. So with Copilot, you maybe get your first 60 to 70% of presentation. Of course, it's not pixel perfect. Of course, it's not everything done. But even more important, it saved you the first 60% of effort. And you can invest 100% of your time in the last 30%. And to finalize your presentation, let's ask Copilot to identify blind spots in your presentation. Let's ask Copilot, hey, I have this management presentation. Go through my presentation and please identify where I have some missing pieces, or maybe what should I add to my presentation to really outline my key message. And I think this is kind of a mindset shift, or maybe another perspective how you could use Copilot in your daily work. And of course, the third one is maybe or probably the most obvious one, but meeting notes, just the low-hanging fruits. Start your transcript, select the right language, and then use Copilot in every single meeting. Of course, make sure to ask your participant that they agree to transcribe their meeting. But then let's generate meeting notes from Copilot. Let's interact with Copilot and ask questions about the meeting. At 11 a.m., of course, I do send some outlooks, or not some outlooks, but some emails through Outlook. And I think coaching in Outlook is super helpful for me, since clear communication are one of the main or most important skill set we need nowadays. So we have to communicate in the right way. We have to communicate clear and misunderstandable. So Copilot in Outlook help you also to coach your emails, maybe to identify a lack of communication, or maybe let's formulate it a bit more friendly or a bit more clear. And it's really also here a sparring partner for you to get the most out of your emails. Intelligent recap in Teams as the second last part. Yeah, I've written here is meeting notes on steroids, because I think it's not just about meetings, but what you will get from the intelligent recap is the different chapters, especially when you use PowerPoint Live. It will identify which person has spoken when, then you can skip to the different parts. You get your recording with different chapters, as you maybe this already know from YouTube videos, where you see, okay, this was the introduction, this was the day in the life of Pascal Brunner, and so on. And also learn to interact with Copilot in meetings or in the afterward of the work of the meetings, because you can ask Copilot, hey, what was unanswered questions we haven't covered throughout the meeting, or what are the following or the follow-up task out of this meeting? You can ask everything Copilot once you enable the transcript, not just after the meeting, but also directly integrated into the meeting. And as I've already mentioned, I have my Copilot Your Day LinkedIn newsletter, where I deep dive into those different aspects in how to use Copilot during meetings, but also after meetings. So feel free to check them out. Maybe you gain some or other deeper insights or helpful prompt how you could use Copilot. And last but not least, I do know English is not my perfect language. I do sometimes grammar mistakes or misspellings. And when I create the new LinkedIn newsletter, Copilot Your Day, I also use Copilot Chat as kind of my sparring partner to revise my text, to maybe help me in the right grammar, that I do not have spelling mistake, but also to translate whole texts. Maybe I feel more comfortable sometimes to formulate something in German, which is my mother tongue, because then I have this clear vision how to formulate something, and then just ask Copilot, please translate this to English, to French, or whatsoever. And also here it is your sparring partner. You can interact with it, ask Copilot to make it more friendly, and then you can interact with each other and really get step by step your perfect output. All I can say is start right now with AI. Start with exploring your different use cases. Start to use Copilot if you're lucky enough to get a license within your organization. Otherwise, use Copilot in Edge browser or some other AI tools. AI is here to stay, and it's not just a hype. I think it's already here. Now is the time to start. And as I already mentioned, feel free to reach out to me if you have any questions about it. I'm super happy to share more insights on my daily use cases. And of course, I would love to see you and get connected on LinkedIn. You will find the QR code or the URL in the top bar, but also the QR code to get directly subscribe my weekly LinkedIn newsletter, Copilot Your Day. I do have already more than 2,000 subscribers. And yeah, if you have an idea what I should provide as deeper insights as a next episode, feel free to send me a message. Yeah, I hope you get a better idea how you could co-pilot your day and why you should start co-pilot your day. And thank you so much, Zoe. Thank you so much, Kevin, for this opportunity to have 2 episodes in month of Copilot. I'm super proud about it. And for all of you guys, make sure to follow Zoe, follow Kevin, follow their LinkedIn page, Copilot Connection. Check out their YouTube channel. They provide such great stuff. I highly recommend it. And yeah, thank you so much. Thank you for taking your time to listen to my sessions, and definitely check out Accelerate Your AI Journey with Microsoft Viva, my second session of Copilot or month of Copilot. Thank you so much. See you on LinkedIn and have a wonderful day.